Happy 4th of July. What a moment, what a day, what a crowd, what a gathering. We have so many distinguished guests and friends that if I begin to try and thank them, I will fail. Every one of you here today has a special bond with the United States, and we have a special bond with you. Among our distinguished and honored guests, in addition to our special guest, our most distinguished Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Defense, Minister Kosniak-Kamysz. How about a round of applause for him? We also have another very, very special guest to me, to my president, and to the United States. The honorary former president of Poland, Mr. Andrzej Duda. A hand of applause for him. We have today so much to be thankful for. For most of human history, power belonged to kings, to conquerors, to tyrants, to gangsters. The many were governed by the few, and nobody dreamed it could be otherwise. There has never been anything inevitable about freedom, about liberty, or even about the United States of America. No law of history ever decreed that our great nation should exist, and there's no promise of Scripture that assures it will endure. Rulers derived their authority from conquest, inheritance, religion, or most often by force. Yes, a few city-sized republics flickered ever so briefly into existence before succumbing to the very same forces that had always concentrated power in the hands of the few. America's founders believed that free people could govern themselves because for a century and a half, American colonists had governed themselves. A Continental Army captain said it best. What we meant in going after those redcoats was this: we had always governed ourselves, and we always meant to. They didn't mean that we should. In that sense, the American Revolution was less a war to create new rights than it was a fight to preserve those liberties that Americans had always viewed to be their God-given birthright. Our founders, they commanded no great armies, they possessed no vast treasuries, and yet they stood against the most powerful empire on earth. The American founding posed a question no one had really ever asked before. Can a free people truly govern themselves? Can power truly be restrained by law? Can a nation be built not upon blood or tribe or ethnicity or ancient history, but upon principles that any man could embrace as his own? Thomas Paine, our revolution's clarion voice, carried the cause of independence from colonial elites to colonial people in his eternal pamphlet, Common Sense. To him and to millions of others, the American cause was about something much greater than a fight over taxes or representation. It was about seizing the opportunity to create a new political order. As he most famously wrote, "We have it in our power to begin the world over again." A situation similar to the present has not happened since the days of Noah until now. For 250 years, the United States has shown the world that free people are capable of extraordinary deeds when empowered with responsibility and with liberty. Our great nation is a nation of people composed of those who crossed oceans, continents, deserts, mountains, in pursuit of the freedom and opportunity that America offered. No poll, no election, or proclamation could ever speak more clearly than they have. Their faith in America's promise constitutes humanity's verdict on the American experience. Americans don't ask who your father was, what title you inherited, what class you were born into. We ask, what do you know? What can you do? What can you create? And what responsibilities are you willing to assume? Of course, I don't need to tell this audience. I don't need to tell President Duda or Minister Kosiniak-Kamysz or any of our other great Polish leaders here or Polish people that Americans are not the only ones who understand what liberty means. No nation has ever fought harder, has ever sacrificed more, or persevered longer in the cause of liberty than the great nation and people of Poland. Through partition, occupation, tyranny, and even genocidal destruction, the likes of which the world had never seen before, nor have they seen since, the Polish nation, you, have persevered in your identity, you've sustained and strengthened your faith, and you have never, ever relinquished your commitment to freedom. The very roots of Polish-American friendship stretch all the way back, literally, to the very founding of our republic. Poland and the United States, we're more than allies, we're more than partners, and we're more than friends. We're family. As we celebrate America's 250th birthday, we're reminded that we are but the temporary custodians of the most extraordinary inheritance in all of human history, entrusted with the solemn duty to preserve it, to strengthen it, to pass it on undiminished to generations yet unborn. And so, with gratitude for the blessings of liberty and the enduring friendship between the peoples of Poland and the United States, may God continue to bless our nations. May He grant wisdom to our leaders, to President Donald Trump, to Vice President J.D. Vance, to all the constituted officers of the United States of America. May He grant equal wisdom to President Karol Nawrocki, to Prime Minister Donald Tusk, and to all constituted officers of the Republic of Poland. May He grant wisdom. May He grant strength to their arms, stoutness to their hearts, and steadfastness in their faith. May He keep our peoples free, our alliance strong, and our cause always just. May He continue to bless the United States of America and Poland with peace, prosperity, security, and lasting friendship. And may future generations look upon our time with the same gratitude we feel today towards those Americans who 250 years ago began the world all over again. Dziękuję bardzo. Thank you so much. God bless Poland, and God bless the United States of America.